Do I get a signal or what?
It says stop recording, so I'm assuming that means we are recording.
Okay. You can drink water.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
I'm gonna leave that in. All right, here we go. We always start the show laughing because stuff you guys are never gonna see. But my name's Dave. It's my brother Ray, and we are
Preachers from the Bleachers.
That's right. So we're here. We try to be here every week on YouTube. You can check us out there, or you can check us out at anchor.fm/preachers from the bleachers, which propagates out to Spotify. And as always, you guys forward this to anybody you think might be interested. We're just having fun here, having these conversations. We have these all the time for years. So if you want to know who we are, what we're about, the teams we support, go back and check out the very first episode, and that we talk extensively on who our teams are and why they are. So without further ado, let's go to the hot hand. And man, conference tournaments have started in the NCAA. As you see, I have the Happy Hoopmas background here because this is like basketball Christmas for me.
Amen.
So I mean, what are you looking at so far, man? I'm enjoying it so far. Been a few buzzer beaters already.
A lot of buzzer beaters already. I can't even say that word. It's a tongue twister. Say that 10 times fast. See if it works out. Texas lost already.
Already.
The TCU.
Yeah.
We don't deserve to go to the tournament, man. We gave Coach Beard all this money to come from Texas Tech and do that same magic that he worked out. It ain't working. I know we got 21 wins, but we also got, as of today, 11 losses. I ain't gonna lie to you, Dave. Usually a lot of people will see something on TV. They'll see a guy cross over and go to the hole and dunk on, the best center in the game, and they'll say, I could do that. I'm usually the guy that say, when they miss and shoot an air ball, I go, I could do that. But in this case, I'm pretty sure I could have coached Texas to a 21-11 season. Something he ain't do right. And he got paid a lot more money than me. And I'm just saying, I wanted Shaka Smart gone. But what I'm seeing right now is Shaka Smart-ish.
Yeah.
Somebody need to do something.
How long has this guy been? How long has Beard been there?
This is his first season.
First season. So
what they got to do with it?
I don't know. I cut him a little bit of slack, man.
I ain't cutting you nothing. Let me tell you why. He was in that portal. He got dudes on his squad that came from Kentucky on his team, now playing starting portal. He got some of his guys from Texas Tech. He ain't keep nobody, Dave. This is a whole new squad. Dave, I'm just saying to you, you go out and let me pick. I got 13 dudes, 14 dudes on the squad. You let me pick 7. I'm busting heads around here. I ain't gonna be losing to no damn TCU. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, they got players too. I know your expectations are always like way up there, and I get that. I dig that. But man, if Duke had those, they would have fired Coach K before he got to year 3, before he really started making that a great program. So I tend to want to cut guys some slack.
We gave him a lot of money, Dave.
That's okay.
The transfer portal changes thing. This ain't just for Coach Beard. It's going to be a lot of people. A lot of coaches should be getting fired. You can't be just dumping kids and then you dump kids and then you don't produce. Coach Weber just retired at Kansas State. He resigned. I think he couldn't handle the transfer portal because he threw a little shot out at the rest of the world talking about, he said some coach called him. I can't remember. He says, all these schools that's being investigated by the FBI, he says, all of them in the top 50, but I'm not. All right, okay. I don't like people when they cry over spilled milk, man. Hey, man, if this is what they doing, if everybody is cheating, then it ain't cheating. that's they all on the.
I don't know about that.
Ground. If you're gonna be the only guy that ain't got a bag man, which I don't know why you need a bag man now because you got NIL. But if you the only guy, if everybody else doing it, and you got $1 million, you getting paid $1 million, you better go ahead and protect your paycheck, brother. You better do it too.
All right. Again, I don't think they should fire your guy.
When he got fired, he quit because he can't handle it.
No, I'm talking about you at Texas.
I'm gonna give you one more year.
All right, that's fair enough.
I ain't saying he gotta win it, Dave, but he can't have no 11 damn losses.
Well, he's still going to the tournament. Wait till let's see how he does. We'll see.
See. You know what? The tournament is a whole nother animal. He could turn around and be Sweet 16.
He could.
But if he ain't Sweet 16, he gonna be a sour summer. You know what I'm talking.
Well, let's wait till we see your matchups. Let's wait till we see your matchups. But I mean,
I saw you lose. I saw the matchup with you and TCU. You said that.
I'm talking about in the tournament.
How about that matchup?
In the real tournament. You know what? I mean, Duke has lost early in some tournaments and won a championship. I mean, they lost early in the ACC tournament and won a championship. So
Duke and Texas. That's the same thing. They ain't the same thing.
But it could be any program on any given year. So the season's not over yet. Coach K said in his after-game conference, last Saturday, this season's not over. So, lots of buzzer beaters so far already. A couple teams, I think one team so far made it in that's never been in before, which I really dig. I love it when that happens. So, man, I'm just looking forward to this tournament, man. I always do. So, also, we're going to do brackets. If you guys want in, drop us a note. And we got a thing on ESPN there, so we can do that. But so last Saturday night, I was going to talk about this. Coach K's last game in Cameron Indoor Stadium, and they lost.
And that's a rival too.
That's funny. And they what happened was like they had the ceremony and everything planned for after the game, and Coach K goes in there and they're gonna the president's gonna talk and the AD's gonna talk and whatever. He preempts that whole thing and walks up to the microphone and apologizes first for the loss, which good on you. But the fans didn't want to hear that. But it was pretty funny.
You think he should apologize though?
No, I mean, does he normally apologize in a press conference after the game? No, not really. He might say, hey, we should have played better or blah, blah, blah. But he doesn't come right out and say, I apologize.
Jay Williams of Duke fame, only one of 8 people in Duke to have their jersey retired. So this coming from him. He says they didn't have no life. He said they just he said they ain't had no juice to them.
And they talked about that today in the game against Syracuse too. The commentators were talking about it.
So that dude been there 40 years, right? And then all of a sudden you can it's just a game. It's like people who say, oh, the Super Bowl is just a game. It's not just a game. First of all, you're gonna be in the halftime a little longer than you normally are, right? It's never just a game. This man been there 40 years. There's 100 former players there. It's
pressure.
They did not live up to the pressure.
Incredible pressure, yeah.
And part of that is too many freshmen. You know what I mean? Like somebody.
Yeah.
You and I talk about McCaffery all the time. He ain't the guy that's gonna grab you by your ear in the jersey and say, "Hey, man, we got this." You know what I mean? Like they don't have that. That comes from people who've been playing 3-4 years in college. They don't have that kind of guy that's gonna say, "Hey, man, we got this, man. Hey, man, stop paying attention to all of that. But we right here." Yeah. They got caught up in all the emotions, man, and this Coach K last game. You know what I mean? But
and it's still that way today because when they played Syracuse today, the guys were talking about, and you could see it, is like this, the pressure is still on them to do everything they can for Coach K in his last season. I mean, they said they don't look like they're having any fun. They're so pent up.
That's it. Sometimes you just got to go play, man. Just go have fun. Don't worry about this. I know it's 40,000 people here. I know that there's cameras everywhere. I know they talking about this my last season. That's why sometimes it's just best to just walk away. Yeah. Don't worry about, you know what I mean? Just don't tell nobody it's your last season. Just walk away.
It sucks because, I mean, they have so much talent. I mean, 5 or 6 of those guys are going to be in the NBA next year. I mean, they just are.
5 or 6 of them might go and they're going to have, one contract and be overseas. So they should just start over there.
I would say at least 3 of them are going to be on rosters full time next year. A couple of them might go back and forth between G's.
I'm saying that 5 or 6 of them might be on rosters until that contract run out. So now my new thing is 1 contract player or 2 contract players. And they ain't got no 2 contract players on their squad.
You don't think so?
Banchero, that's it.
I think Mark Williams is.
When I say 2 contracts, I don't mean you sign a 1-year deal and then do another one.
No.
I'm talking about they ain't got no They ain't got no 7, 8-year players on that squad outside of Banchero.
I do. Mark Williams, yes.
I think the Kills is the guy that got the most. He has the most opportunity to be another 2 contract guy. Play 7, 8 years in the NBA, because I think he's just gonna do whatever it takes to play. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's he's not a one-trick pony. You know what I mean? Like, I just rebound or I just block shots. Which, by the way, if you could just rebound or just block shots, you can still have a 7, 8-year career. Yeah. Probably not if you're like 6'3" or 6'6" and all you can do is just play defense. But I think Trevor Kills can do a little bit of everything. And, you know what I mean? Like, so he'll play 7, 8 years and he probably play on 4 teams.
Well, I think AJ Griffin also, because they're talking about him being a lottery pick. He reminds me a little bit of CJ McCollum, but he doesn't have the playing time that CJ McCollum had in college. So he's like a CJ McCollum Jr. kind of thing. I think he's going to be around for a while as well.
We'll see. Time will tell.
He's a baller. So anyway, it was cool watching that last Saturday, even though we lost to Carolina. I was looking at all the people in there and just wondering what the net worth was. Like, Seinfeld was in the house. He's worth $1 billion. Dirk was in the house. He's worth $200 million.
What's that with that, though?
What do you mean?
How was Dirk there, and what's his Duke tie?
I don't know. That was a good question. I was shocked when I saw him there. I was like, oh, wow. Well, you got $200 million. The ticket's really expensive. Might as well go watch it. I don't know. I would say Olympics, no, but they played against him in the Olympics, so I have no idea. I don't know what the connection is.
Game recognized game.
I guess so.
You know how I always say, I just want to see excellence. So I'm sure I'm not the only person.
Yeah. But anyway, so I thought it was really awesome. Just a great thing to watch. More on that later with the ESPN. But
right.
I'll just say up to today's game against Syracuse, Paolo needs some work. He needs a little work on his jump shot, and he needs some footwork. He's got no footwork.
If he has to go to a team and be the number 1 option next year, that team gonna be horrible.
Yes.
Like, he needs somebody. I mean, that's part of Duke's problem. Trevor Kills he continues to be the guy at the end of the game. He can't be that. He's a good player. I like him. He's missed a few, but he ain't got no punk in him. He was like, okay, if the ball is in my hand, I'm gonna take the shot. But you ain't that. He's that player mentally, but I don't think his game is not as big as his mental mindset.
Yeah.
And Paulo's game is bigger, but his mental mindset is not as big.
He needs a little work. But today, the guy at the end of the game was Jeremy Roach, who's a second-year guy. So, and he's finally coming into the guy he should have been last year. Yeah. So that's the thing with Duke has had so many point guards leave early, and they get to the league and they're there for a year, maybe 2 max. And then they're gone because they leave Duke early, and they shouldn't. They really need a couple more years. The
reality is, even with NIL, some guys leave. Like Kobe White plays for my Bulls, got drafted by North Carolina.
Yeah.
I don't think he really wanted to leave. He's working out for him.
The guy coming in behind him?
The guy that's coming in behind you, if you suddenly – scouts are fickle. They don't know I feel like they don't really know what they're looking at. Yeah. Just because I was playing – 22 minutes and now I'm playing 17 minutes because I had to give up some minutes to this guy, that don't mean that I suck. It just means he's pretty good too.
It will make you better in practice every day. He's
just pretty good too. I mean, they somehow his minutes dropped off, his points dropped off, all these things dropped off. So a lot of times they got to make that decision. I guess I got to go pro then. I mean, I was going to go pro anyway. I'm just going a year early or maybe 2 years early because the guy coming behind me is going to take minutes. And it's like when people try to argue Kobe versus LeBron versus Jordan, can they both just be great? Do we have to? I'm like, if you like one of them number 1, that's fine. That don't mean I'm going to cry if I had to take the other one.
Yeah. I mean, do you remember guys like William Avery? Yeah. Frank Jackson? Yeah. Trayvon Duvall?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't remember them for anything they did in the NBA. You remember them for their 1 or 2 years at Duke, and that was it. So
I don't know why I remember Frank Jackson, but I do remember Avery just because of his name. But
Frank Jackson's with the Pelicans now. That's why you might remember.
But I'm just saying, he seemed to hang around longer than 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, he's been there like 4 or 5 now.
Yeah. That's I'm like.
But as a backup, so
I mean, backup money is still spent.
But he could have been better. But they leave early, man, and it's just they shouldn't.
You need opportunities too, Dave. Like you don't know the when I was telling you about AU on my team on the Bulls, and he was at Illinois and he came out. I think we took him in the second round, maybe in the first, but he shouldn't have played this year. He wasn't, in my opinion, he wasn't ready. But we had so many injuries. This dude went from, like Dave, I was looking at him like, man, we wasted a draft pick. Now he's a starter. It's like that time caught up. Like,
yeah, it's a lot about opportunity.
The minutes on the court added up for him, so he ended up being what I thought he would be. But in the beginning, he was airballing it, dude. It didn't look good at all. I was like, G-League. But it's worked out for him.
Yeah. So, all right. The only other thing I had on the NCAA, or I guess basketball right now, it's not NCAA, is I was going to say something about Brittney Griner, man. She might be screwed. I don't know if she took the drugs over to Russia or not. That's something that they would put on her anyway. They would put something in her back. I believe that wholeheartedly. So I don't know if she took them. I don't know if she didn't.
Think that, man. Somebody brought that up to me earlier today. That it's like, well, that's Russia. They might have put the hashish oil in her bag.
Yeah, because she's a high-profile American coming over there.
Right.
So
I don't think they know that. That's not. It's the WNBA.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to be funny.
It's bigger over there. They make more money over there than here.
Absolutely, they do.
So it's bigger.
I mean, while we talking about people making money overseas, there ain't no way in the hell that I wouldn't have had an open ticket ready to go. I told you this the other day. We ain't got no problems with London in this country, right? We ain't got no problem with them fine folks over there.
Spain.
But if I was living there, I'd have an open ticket. It ain't America. You don't know what's gonna go down, when it's gonna go down. But if I'm in Russia, man, I got 2 open tickets. I don't know, like what.
One to England, one to Spain, one to different countries.
We trying to make it be something about the war. I'm just simply saying, what if my mama died?
Yeah.
I need to get on the plane, man. I can't be sitting here for 2 weeks. I'm just saying, if you live over there, you should have an open ticket if you're an American.
But she got busted going in. So she didn't have the opportunity. Even if she had an open ticket, she had no opportunity to use that because she got busted.
I thought she got busted coming out.
No, she was heading there.
Oh, this total BS then.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Dave. So you mean they didn't catch it on the American side?
I guess not. Yeah.
Well, no,
I won't say anything about that because TSA. I mean, I went last time I traveled somewhere. There was like a tube of toothpaste in my thing. It was too big, and they let it go one way, but on the way back, I had to throw it away.
It's inconsistent as all hell, bro.
So it depends on whether or not they had drug sniffing dogs near her.
Sometimes I gotta take these off. Sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
Depending on which airport I'm at.
I mean, the penalty for what they're saying she did, and they said there was a significant amount, like she was going to be a dealer or something. No, it was probably just, if she took it, it was probably just some vape stuff for dealing with pain or whatever, or but. The penalty for it is 10 years.
10 years.
They're going to try to make an example of her to all other Americans and give her 10 years, man. I hope not. I hope they get this worked out.
Any kind of time, Americans won't come over there to play basketball ever again.
No. When this stuff started in January and all, they started lining up at the borders. If I was an American, I'd have been like, okay, it's time to go. It's time to use that open ticket.
Again, you should know that, Dave. I could be in whatever country that love us the most and we love them the most. You got to be aware of that. You got to be aware of that like we are aware of the weather. It's just something you're going to check on every day. I'm in a country not of my own. I wasn't born here. You just
and they control the media 100%.
I mean, it's only about 4 people that control the media here. So that's not shit. Okay. 4 corporations, I should say, not 4 corporations. People. Whatever, same thing.
Yeah. But anyway, I hope she gets released or whatever, man. But she might be screwed. That's all. That's all I got for her.
I mean, she gonna be all right, David. She had to go to prison. She's 6'8".
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
she will be big mama on the prison block. Let me just say that she like.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, she'll be all right.
Yeah. Except for
she don't. Like I I don't want to like I'm throwing shade or nothing. I'm just saying, I hope she get to come home. First of all, I want to see her play in the WNBA. You heard me say this many times before. Brittney Griner got the best drop step in all of basketball that I've ever seen. She dropped that leg and pin you with that elbow and just shoot that thing. Hey, man, I want to see her in the WNBA play this year. I want to see her play my favorite, Liz Cambage, down in the low post. We'll see if that was a very gratuitous plug for my wonderful and beautiful Liz Cambage. Hey, Liz. Hey.
Yeah. So for those of y'all that don't know, Liz follows Ray on Insta.
Yeah.
Or is it TikTok?
Don't matter.
All right, one of the other.
She follows me.
She followed him. So there you go. So
the great Liz Cambage. You better put some respect on her name, dog.
Yeah, my bad. So, all right, you want to go to NBA next or NFL?
Man, whatever's clever.
Let's go to NBA because I want to finish strong with NFL because we got some stuff to talk about there. So, just NBA, man. The only thing I got right now is like, what the hell's going on with the Warriors? When we first recorded this or didn't record this or talked about this several days ago because some moron, yours truly, forgot to hit record. Are we recording now? Okay, yeah, we're recording.
We are recording. Record.
They had lost 8 of their last 10. So, man, I think it's a little bit because of Draymond Green, which I know you don't think so. But what's going on with the Warriors, man? Tell me.
Bored.
Bored? You think they're bored?
Bored. They're just bored, man. We just waiting on the season, man. They just waiting on the season to end so they can get to what they call the real season, the playoff season.
Yeah.
That's all. They just a little bored. Don't nobody need Jonathan Kuminga. Is he still playing? Did he get hurt?
I don't know.
Because Jonathan Kuminga can ball, and that's why they don't need Draymond.
Okay. I think, I might say if they were 6-4, they might have been bored, but at 2-8, they might be a little bit bored and need a little something extra. So yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that's all they need, a little home cooked meal, man. Go down there to Oakland. Go down there to your local black-owned restaurant, get some soul food. They're going to be good.
Aisha Curry's restaurant?
Who?
Aisha Curry, doesn't she cook? She got a restaurant up there somewhere, right?
Yeah, man. That woman don't cook, man. She might have a cookbook. Her mama
she got a restaurant, I know.
She ain't cooking, Dave. She ain't cooking. She pay people to cook, Dave.
That's fine.
I'm just saying. Listen, we all can go to Big Mama and them and get Big Mama and them recipes and say, hey, y'all make this happen. But she ain't doing no cooking.
I didn't say go get her to cook for me. I said go to Aisha's restaurant.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Yeah, they go down there.
I don't expect she's going to be cooking when you go to the restaurant.
She ain't going to be cooking. She's going to be cashing in receipts. That's what she
I don't expect Ronald McDonald to be cooking when I go to McDonald's.
I hear Ronald could throw down, though.
He might be able to. So Zion rejoined the Pelicans this week. He's not playing yet, but at least he came back. It's getting close. I'm sorry. Am I boring you about Zion?
Did you? Oh, you said Zion. Oh, I just said Mount Zion.
Oh, no.
Because his ass big as a mountain.
It is. I think he lost a little bit of weight since he's been doing the rehab and all that kind of stuff. But his foot's getting better. I'd like to see him play this year. I don't know if he's going to or not. I mean, why would he? They're where they are. They're not making the playoffs.
Why come back? Because he was taking heat about not being around the team.
Probably. Whatever. Yeah.
Is he gonna be a superstar, Dave, or not? That's your boy, man.
If he plays, I think so. I mean, like I said, he played 60, 70 games last year and scored 27 a game.
Next year and averaged that 27 he did the last time we saw him.
I mean, until he doesn't, his last year playing was 27 points a game. So I don't know. Yes, no, I don't know. But he played 60 games before he got hurt, 27 a game.
I said the same thing about LeBron, and it's worked out for LeBron. Your body type does matter. Like, everybody knees and ankles do not function carrying that weight running up and down the court.
Yeah.
Right? Even though you might be a supreme athlete, your joints, them ligaments, all of that might not be supreme. You know what I mean? It's just, you know what I mean? I just think he need to get to about 225. He'll still be powerful, man.
But
He cannot play one damn ounce over 225.
I think it's those damn Nike shoes, man. You know, he busted them up in college. Now they're jacking up his feet in
That's disrespectful.
NBA.
Nike, man, don't pay no attention to him, man. I got on a pair of Nikes right now.
I'm wearing a Nike Duke shirt.
The Nike Gore-Tex joint, $300. I ain't pay that much, but
Yeah.
They make great shoes, make great basketball shoes. I don't know nothing about nothing else. They make great basketball.
I'm making that up. I'm just making that up.
That's probably it. You know what? It's all on Zion. If you tear up great Nike basketball shoes, you need issues. You got issues, bro. It might be you. Your feet need to lose weight too.
Oh, he signed that contract, man. They were supposed to give him whatever he wanted, whatever shoe he wanted, whatever shape.
Wherever he blew that out, I'm sure it's now reinforced. But and Zion Louis, I mean, you got fat feet, fat head, fat belly. Hey, 225, brother. Let's go back out here and average this 27. Get this.
I'm with it, because I'm probably going to be joining the fans of the Pelicans sooner rather than later with my Mavericks doing what they do.
I just got to go ahead and say this, man, because I was trying to be nice and be good. Like I said, one time, Ja Morant.
You know, Jokic, man, I think it's Jokic on the MVP. Ja Morant is balling. I cannot deny. He is doing great things in Memphis.
I'm not gonna lie, because I'm a fan of Ja. But let's be realistic, man. I ain't gonna even try to front. Jokic should win it just because he ain't got his people. I'm like, you ain't got no Jamal Murray. Yeah. You ain't got no Michael Porter Jr. and you still got your team. What are they, 5th in the West? Bro, they 5th in the West. I don't even know how you gonna still be 5 without 2 dogs with you.
Yeah, and he's throwing up some big numbers too, and he's leading the league in triple doubles.
I ain't trying to front. That man deserve it. I'm giving it to Ja Morant. Ja Morant. That's what happened when you buy the jersey, baby. When you buy a jersey, you all in.
Nugs are in 6th. They're tied with the Mavericks.
It don't even matter. They'll probably be 4 by the time it's all over. So they balling, man. Let's give him his due, give him his flowers, give his coaches due, give him his flowers. And man, they doing it, man. I love coaches who can like figure it out. They ain't the 3 seed. No, they ain't a 2 seed or a 1 seed. But the fact that we don't have 2 legit. You can say Michael Porter ain't legit, but Jamal Murray has proved in the playoffs, in the regular season, that year he showed up in the playoffs. It's like, okay, this is who you are. Now we're going to need you to do that all regular season next year. Yep. But the fact that they not there, Dave, it's hard. Now, full strength, if he had these same numbers with Jamal and with Michael Porter, I'd have told you hands down, it's Ja Morant, because Jamal Murray and Michael Porter are way better than anybody Ja Morant got on his squad.
Let's see.
But they ain't there though.
Let me check it. Let me check their who's on their squad. Let's see.
What do you mean check who's on the squad, Dave? Check their numbers before Ja and after Ja. That way you need to check.
Oh, Grizz. There we go.
This airtime, bro. You sitting there.
Yeah, I'm just looking, perusing. They don't have much. They don't have much.
Just like check their numbers before Ja and after Ja. That's the key right there.
He's balling. I got no argument for that at all.
It ain't just the balling, man. Let's just be real. I'm black. The swag factor is important.
I don't care nothing about that.
I know, because I'm chocolate. We like swag. I'm like, but Jokic ain't got no swag, man. Every little kid in America should have a Jokic jersey just with the numbers he doing. He out there acting like a 7-foot Magic Johnson. But Magic and smile on you, MVP. Jokic, bucket, pass, boring.
It's all results to me, man. I don't care nothing about you mugging for the camera.
If he was in New York, he could be boring, and it wouldn't even be no question. It wouldn't even be no question. He could be boring as all day. If he played for the Knicks, it wouldn't even be no Ja Morant discussion. None. But you play in Denver.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So next time a big player say he want to go play in New York, Chicago, Miami, or LA, we know why, because the love is different. Not just from the fans, but from the media. They look at you differently. You know?
Yeah. All right. I got nothing else for NBA. What do you got? Anything else for NBA?
No, man. All
right. Let's talk NFL. All right. A lot of stuff happened in NFL this week. First of all, the combine's going on. Or is it over? It's over by now.
It's over.
I think we were both impressed last week with Jordan Davis.
Big fella.
341-pound Jordan Davis, offensive lineman, runs a 4.7840. Are you impressed with that? Does it really matter in the combine? Tell me why that matters in the combine.
It don't. His 10-yard splits is what matters as an offensive lineman. They want to know how fast you get off the ball. Ball snap, boom, how fast you can get off the ball and plow into that other dude. So I don't know what his 10-yard splits was, but you wanted to be probably 1.15, somewhere around there for greatness anyway. Like, I mean, you ain't got to be a football scientist to know there's a guy like 3 inches away from me. How fast can I ball snap? Can I get into him? And how explosive can I be when I do it? So that's why your 10 yards matter with the big guy. But showing off your athleticism at 341 and running a 4.47, there's tight ends that don't run 4.7s. Yeah. I'm sure Emmitt Smith ran a 4.6 at the combine, and he got the most yards in the NFL all time. I'm sure a big fella could drop 20, 30, 40 pounds and be a tight end. Some people just got it, man. Some people just got oodles and oodles of talent. And I mean, if I was in the NFL and I was a scout, I'd hire his mama and I would put the drops of life in her from The Rock or something, and we would just make more linemen. That's just what I would do. That's just me.
Yeah. So that is impressive. And the idea of making him a tight end is very intriguing because he's still got that offensive line blocking, but to send him out every once in a while to catch a pass with some speed.
I mean, you can still play him at tackle.
Yeah.
Tackle eligible and let him run out there and catch a ball. I'm just saying, I mean, the size and the speed, let's not be shocked if Baltimore dropped him. They like big dudes.
Yeah.
They like to run that thing. He just looked like a Baltimore Raven all over the place to me.
So what about the rest of the guys in the combine? So I don't know a whole lot about the combine, but I mean, does it really matter, or is your game film, man? Because I mean, to me, I would just be looking at game film.
The combine should support what you saw on the film. So, in the case like we talking about Mr. Davis, was he explosive? If he wasn't explosive, did he come out here and run a 4.7? Now we got to call the coach and ask some questions. Was it scheme that kept him from being explosive? Or was he just being lazy and he just came out here and showed out? You see what I'm saying? Your tape, the combine supports the tape, supports the work you already done. If I was a projected first round pick, not top 5, not top 10, I'm not even coming to the combine. And a lot of cats don't. Man, watch the tape, right? Especially if I'm slow, right? I mean, people think you got to be blazing the football. You don't. You can be hella smart and play. It doesn't help if you're big, fast, and strong. Yes, but you can be hella smart. And I mean, come on, dude. Tom Brady ain't the greatest athlete, but he by far might be the greatest quarterback that ever played. It ain't got nothing to do with most of his physical talents. He probably got stronger as he got that old man strength when he got older. But it ain't his physical, it's his mental. And you can do that and play longer. And I love Ray Lewis. He was bigger, faster, stronger. Maybe not on the bigger side because he came into Miami as a safety. He switched him to linebacker. But so he was an undersized linebacker. But you watch Ray last 4 years, he was fat. But he did his homework. He knew where they were going. You can mental the hell out of football and still play 15 years just being mentally good. I said all that to say this. Your game tape is your game tape. That's your resume. Your combine is more like your cover sheet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at tape, but if I see him, I mean, if they perform so at the combine and got good tape, that doesn't bother me so much. Now, if they got good tape and just come out and just are really bad at the combine, I'm a little concerned.
Doesn't bother me. Your game tape is your game tape. You out here running football. The hell with these drills. That's for little leaguers in high school. Let's drill. Man, show me man, I don't care about your labor pain. Show me the baby. Right? Show me the baby. If you come out here, I don't want, because if your combine would say, hey, man, he's never going to make a tackle, but he just made 150 that year. You see what I'm saying? Let's use middle linebackers again. I talked about Ray Lewis. The combine don't show your higher study skills. The combine don't show that at 12 midnight when everybody else going to the club that you at home studying. You seen Ray Lewis point to the dude. Like every time the quarterback said, he knew what the play was, Dave, because he knew tendencies.
I remember that. Yeah.
On 3rd and 12, on that side of the field, going like. They run this play.
I was at Tannehill talking about they knew the plays.
Yeah. It don't show that on the combine, bro. It don't show that. Tape shows that.
That's why they take the Wunderlich test too, just to kind of see how with it you are.
That's the dumbest thing ever. Let me tell you why I think it's the dumbest thing ever.
Go ahead. You don't think that tests their intelligence?
Hell no.
Analytical skills?
I need somebody gonna run through a damn wall. I don't need you to be smart.
Well, you're just talking about being smart. You just finished talking about being smart.
I'd rather have more big dummies than a bunch of smart guys. Because I want you to do what I tell you to do. I don't want you to think. It's like the military. If you got a smart guy, that's great. But, you know what I mean? You got two kinds of smart. You got Ray Lewis smart, who going to put his body on the line. You got Deion smart that's going to make a business decision. I ain't tackling nobody. I'm going to grab your ankles and drag you down. That's two different kinds of smart, right? Big dummies don't have I'm going to make a business decision. They just put their body on the line. Ray Lewis did the smart part, and he did the big dummy part. I'm going to put my body on the line. I'd rather have more big dummies. Just do what I tell you, and it's going to all work out if I'm the coach.
But the Wunderlich test kind of does that as well, because you get the guys that score really high on the Wunderlich test tend to overanalyze, and that freezes them. That takes milliseconds off of what they're doing. So it kind of helps you there as well.
Agreed.
So I kind of like the fact that they take that, and I think it's a good analytical tool for. That's one thing you can't see when you have the game film. You don't have that information about their analytical skills.
On the Wunderlich, did Tom Brady score high on the Wunderlich?
I don't think so.
See, I think the Wunderlich is not football enough. Just show me your foot, like for instance.
I think it matters.
If you're a quarterback, strong safety, middle linebacker, them people I want to put on the board and say, show me the best defenses. Show me what happens if the offense do this. What would you do? We're in the 3-4. What would you do if we was in a 4-3? What would you do if in a 4-3 with a zero blitz? Like, I want to know what you think we should be doing in this situation. Now, if it was me and they asked me the question, I would say who the quarterback, who the running back, who the wide receiver. All of that matters, right? Is Tom Brady the quarterback? Is Mitch Trubisky the quarterback? Is Jerry Rice the wide receiver, or is Allen Robinson the wide receiver? All of that matters. If it's Jerry Rice and Tom Brady, obviously I'm doing something a whole hell of a lot different if it's Mitch Trubisky and Allen Robinson. Those are two different sets. But let's say I got Tom Brady and Allen Robinson. That's a whole different thing that I'm finna do. We got 4 or 5 different combinations of things that I might do. If you asking me as a middle linebacker, personnel matters. Your tendency and your personnel matters.
Yeah, see, but
Wunderlich don't tell you that.
See, what it tells me is like, you just went through all kinds of analysis, right? Are you going to do that analysis before or after they snap the ball? And sometimes you have to do it after.
During.
Yeah, during. Sometimes you have to do it after. But guys, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Is the guys that score really high on the Wunderlich tend to overanalyze everything, and it freezes them. So that is a helpful tool.
I'm going to bring Ray Lewis back into this. You don't have to overanalyze if you did the work.
But they do. That's what it doesn't. And you don't have to do it. No, but that's what the Wunderlich tells them. Is this guy going to do that? And if the answer is yes, you might back off on that guy a little bit. That's what I'm saying.
I just want to know, is you going to earn this paycheck? That's probably I ain't even going to even. I swear, if I was a GM, I'm going to be like, this is the most important question. What are you going to do with your first paycheck? I need to hear buy mama a house.
Yep.
Right?
That's pretty much it.
I want to hear buy mama a house. If you say buy a car, I'm probably not fucking drafting you. If you say go to the strip club, I'm telling everybody else in the league not to draft.
I mean, if they don't have a car, I ain't mad at them for buying a car. But most of those guys.
Well, how you gonna not take care of mama and daddy?
Oh yeah, that's part of the conversation. I mean,
that should be first.
It will be with that first paycheck. You can both buy a house for your mother and a car for yourself.
I ain't gonna buy a house for her. I'll buy a house and she can live in it.
Nah, I would just buy it.
I love you, mama. I love you. But
wow,
man, you were tough. You were really, really tough on me.
Do you want to be living with your mom when you're in the NFL, bringing the hoochies home and all that?
Man, you don't know my mama. She with the hoochies.
All right.
She cool with that.
All right.
She gonna be the one to put them out. I ain't gonna have to. She gonna be like, okay, baby, your time is up. You got to get the hell out. We got some new hoes coming.
Yeah. So speaking of paychecks, salary cap went up to $208 million.
Amen.
And Cowboys said, let's talk about some Cowboys, because they said they're going to release Amari Cooper, and you want him to go to where?
Well, I mean, I did want him to go to the Bears, but I'm hearing Patriots. I'm hearing everybody but the damn Bears. I want to fire this damn GM already. He the damn person that said, we're going to take the North and never give it back. Your ass ain't never been a GM before, and you going to come out here making proclamations about we going to take the North. In the meantime, damn Rodgers re-signed, and you out here telling us you're going to take the North, and you ain't called Amari Cooper yet? I hear everybody name but the Bears.
Is he released yet? Can they talk to him yet? I know it's coming up.
Damn, you need to act like these college basketball teams and cheat. You need to call Amari. Ain't no rules about calling Amari's wife. For that. Ain't no rules about calling Amari's wife. Ain't no rules about calling Amari's mama. Ain't no rules about calling none of them people. You got to do whatever the hell you got to do to get yourself some quality free agents.
You're gonna get your team losing draft picks, man. Don't.
Calling Amari. If y'all say I can't call Amari until this point, that's fine. I'm gonna call his wife.
You can call Amari.
Great schools and the great restaurants and all the great mini golf and the great sailing out there on Lake Michigan. Whatever the hell she want to do, even if we don't have it, I'm gonna know what she want to do, and damn it, I would build it for her. I'm calling everybody.
I think that's way too much trouble for Amari Cooper. I mean, he's good. Don't get me wrong. I like him. He's a great receiver, but
it might be too much trouble for Amari Cooper. But damn it, I'm doing this for everybody, even the 53 man.
I ain't losing a draft pick for Amari Cooper.
You can't use him. I'm calling his wife. They no rules, they.
Oh, that's tampering still.
Now if I call his wife, dog, show it the rule book.
So, you want to talk about Jerry Jones? What's going on with Jerry?
What's going on with Jerry, man?
Well, first of all, as I've said for many years, they're never going to win a championship again while he's involved with the team.
You hard on Jerry, bro.
I am hard, but they haven't won it. And I hate the Cowboys.
Got 3.
So, but they ain't won one. They even got close and maybe won 2 playoff games in 30
They still got
years.
3 while it was long.
They still. Thank you, Jimmy Johnson. So.
You can say Jimmy Johnson, but Jimmy Johnson didn't pick those players, and that's a misnomer. Gil Brandt picked those players.
Okay, but it wasn't Jerry.
It wasn't Jimmy either.
Okay, that's fine, but it wasn't Jerry.
Who hired him? I was smart enough to hire Gil Brandt, and I was smart enough to hire Jimmy Johnson.
And he was smart enough to hire.
He might have not even been smart enough, Dave, because what he really did was hire his homeboy from Arkansas. That's what he did. And then, he ain't really that smart.
So yeah, Switzer got one coasting on Jimmy Jones.
Put some respect on Barry Switzer's name. He was smart enough to not F it up.
Okay, I give him. There you go. That's about as good as I can give him.
You better believe somebody else would have, but I'm gonna come put my stamp on it. Barry said he's just gonna sign my name.
He coasted.
He said, I ain't got to put a stamp. I'm just going to sign my name on it.
He got a ring out of it. So you're right. But he was coasting on Jimmy.
Wait, did we just say Barry Switzer won a ring?
I said he got a ring. And he did get a ring.
Barry Switzer got a ring.
Yes.
And the owner was who? Man, God, Come on, Dave. He might be.
No.
Dave.
So if you're saying Jerry was smart enough to hire these guys to get him, then he was smart enough for the last 30 years to hire all those guys that didn't get him but 2 playoff wins. So that's the same guy, right?
Yeah. In that same time, my Bears have 0.
Yeah, my Panthers had the same amount, but they've been to 1 Super Bowl at least. 2 Super Bowls.
We've been to 1 Super Bowl too, so that's
fine. 2.
It don't even matter. I'm just saying.
That's better than Jerry Jones. So anyway,
some respect on his name. What did Jerry do, man?
Nothing.
He didn't do nothing.
In the 30 years, they got 2 playoff wins. So I put that on Jerry.
You putting Jerry's name in the news. I'm just saying, what did he do?
You talking about the next thing is he's got his a purported daughter suing him. So I don't know how much. Did you see how much money she's asking for? I don't know. I have no idea. But...
From what I saw, she wasn't asking for nothing.
Oh, really?
She didn't ask for nothing.
Well, then what's the point of the lawsuit?
See, this is the thing, man. You had a dad, so you don't get this part. I didn't. When
just acknowledgement.
I want to be hugged. I want my parent to hug me and just say they love me. Just like Dave, you know this, man. Ain't nothing like your parent. She just want to be acknowledged. Now, is there possible money in being the daughter of a billionaire? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But she gave up the financial security. Part of your confidentiality agreement. First of all, her mama wrong.
But she doesn't have a confidentiality agreement. Her mom does.
And her mama wrong for even telling her. That was between you and that man. You was on the way out of your marriage. He was still in the marriage. Like, if it was me just being a man about it, you just come to your wife and say, look here. I slept around. I got a baby. Here's half of what I own. Take it because I need to be a daddy. I need to be a father. That's what he should have done.
Jerry says she's not his daughter.
But she'd have respected him.
Jerry says she's not his daughter. He paid.
No.
Well, right. So then why even deal with it? I mean, he said that the NDA with the woman before was just, look, when these people come at billionaires and stuff like that, it's easier to give them a few bucks and make them go away. And
when you talk about $325,000, that is just a few bucks, because he might have not been quite a billionaire at that time, but he was probably approaching it. $325,000, but it was $325,000 and to trust.
Yeah.
So that's the deal. But it don't even matter. She screwed up living in Washington, D.C. and came all the way to Dallas County to file. Now, what what judge in Dallas County is going to say, yeah, Jerry, you stick out your tongue. We don't want your tax dollars here.
Yeah.
What judge in Dallas County gonna do that? That's what she messed up at. That's what she should have filed in somewhere else she should have filed in Philadelphia. Where
those guys would have.
She should have filed in Philadelphia, where they would have dragged you. They would have arrested Jerry and drug him to Philadelphia and said, "Hey, buddy, you done screwed over one of our citizens or something." You know what I mean? No, she screwed up when she came to Dallas, but from a just not having a debt, like the article say, I grew up fatherless. Man, for y'all that do have daddies, y'all have no idea. Even for y'all that got horrible daddies, at least you have an idea of what a horrible daddy is, and not to do that, not to associate that. But when you don't have both parents caring for you and loving you and giving you attention, it messes with you, man. Like, things that happen to you in your childhood will haunt you deep into your adulthood if it's unresolved. It's unresolved, and she's trying to resolve it.
I mean, this woman couldn't date somebody else and get her like a stepfather.
That's her mama's fault. Back to her mama.
Yeah, right.
She had $325,000. That was in the 90s. She couldn't get no good man to say, hey, this your daughter now? But she really that stuck on Jerry Jones that she ain't put no man in her life? None? Come on, dog.
That's another thing.
It's her mama need to listen. Her mama finna, I don't know if her mama living or not. If she gone, God rest her soul, but I know this. Somebody got to give me my damn money back if I'm Jerry Jones. If this get any further than what is that right now, somebody got to give me my damn money back. That's what I can't even say the word right now. I'm so hyped up. That's what it is. That's what the agreement is.
Yeah. That's why you give them the money to go away and just shut up. So I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. Or maybe we won't. Maybe they'll put a gag order on it.
Jerry, call me, brother. Call me. I can end this for you right now.
Right on.
I mean, I'm just saying, a trip to Costa Rica and a big bucket of lime will end all of this. I ain't saying I ain't saying me, but I know some people from my military days that know some people that know some people.
Let's not go there. All right, moving on. That was all we had to say about the Cowboys. Oh, so I know you heard about this, and I think this is hilarious. It's not going to happen. Kanye and AB are talking about buying the Broncos. I know he's got the money. AB's got a little bit, but Antonio Brown and Kanye, what do you think about buying the Broncos? Broncos are for sale.
First of all, now that they got Russell Wilson, I probably wouldn't buy that team because the price went up because you got a person that drives the price up. But just a little, just probably another, $500 million just because you got somebody that's marketable, whatever it is. I'm done with AB. Like,
I was done with him when he left.
I'm done with AB. Like, just hearing AB just irks the hell out of me. Kanye need to take his meds. Like, I can't even be funny, or I can't. I mean, I have a psychology degree, so it just hurts me to know that. And this is part of the process with bipolarism, right? You're taking the meds make you better, and you start wondering, do I need these meds? It's hard to understand that these meds are keeping you in a space that is what we call normal.
Yeah.
What we call normal.
I get that.
There is no normal. But so you go off of them. But listen, I'm going to say this. It's also what makes him such a great producer. You know what I mean? Like, you hear stuff differently than you would with the meds and without the meds. I love me some Sade Day. I love me some. This is no ordinary love. Dude, she wasn't talking about no man. She was talking about the hair on. She was talking about the hair. She heard the music differently on the drug day.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You take away the drug, and then, man, she ain't made an album since that sounded like that good. You know what I mean?
So
it's different. So it's the same thing, whether these are legal drugs or illegal drugs, you hear stuff differently on the music. Kanye music is different and weird and strange and likable on a whole lot because probably off the meds.
All right, so talking about football, what does that look like? What does that look like?
Doesn't look like
I don't think it's going to happen, but they're talking
they ain't
about.
They ain't gonna hire no two black. How many black owners are in the NFL? Let's just talk about the one minority owner. It's not happening. It's a club. It wouldn't even matter if he was president, stinking Barack Obama. Them dudes ain't letting too many more minority owners in the damn league. If Shad Khan didn't have the loot that he got, he might be the richest NFL owner. And that might be the thing that swayed, hey, man, let's let this dude in. It's also Jacksonville. Who really cares, right? But
I think if he's got the money and can pay it, they'd take it.
Kanye probably worth $5 billion. I don't really think that's enough. That'll get enough. That's enough to buy the team, but you got to damn make payroll the next week.
He'd sell another 5 million albums to take care of it. I don't know. I think if he's got the money and made a serious offer, they might take it. But he's not. I mean, when is he on the meds? When is he off the meds? Is he stable? Is he not stable? I mean,
it's a non-starter for me, Dave. It's hard.
But I thought it was funny.
I hate AB with a passion for what he has done to. Kanye. We say bad stuff about Kanye, but the reality is he bipolar.
Yeah.
AB might be bipolar, but up until that, he's just a terrible human. Until we find out something different, he's just a horrible human.
I think I would love to see AB as an owner dealing with a player like him. See how he deals with that.
He'd probably give him all the money.
He'd regret that.
He would probably see himself and say, "Oh my gosh, let me give you 2% of the team."
Yeah, probably.
Because the game needs you. That's what he said. Remember,
that would be
stupid. The game
need
me. Remember, we got cut by the Raiders. The game don't need you. Yeah. Game don't need you. Walter Payton dead.
he'd end up losing that team.
Jim McMahon, not Jim McMahon, I was being funny. Steve Young is gone. Steve, the great ones go on, they move on. Game don't need you.
No.
AB said the game need him when the Raiders cut. The game don't need you, man.
No. All right, let's do this. All right, we did this last Sunday, and again, some moron didn't hit record, but it turned out to be semi-prophetic because we were talking about quarterbacks. We got a little quarterback true false. So we went with true false.
Russell Wilson will not be with the Seahawks.
Well, let's. I started with Rodgers, so let's start with Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers will be starting quarterback in Green Bay next year. So
we now know. Saturday, I think I said no because I don't want him to be in my division.
That was a personal thing, yes.
But that's still what I wanted.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Predicted.
So we both agreed and said true that Rodgers will be back. With all that noise he's making, the money he just got, he better win a championship. It's championship or bust.
Get $50 million?
It's it's 4 years, $200 million, but like 137.
That's $50 million.
Guaranteed.
I can't count. Was it four?
That's $50 million.
That's $50 million.
But it's only 137 guaranteed.
What the hell ever? You think he ain't playing 4 years?
No, I don't know.
I think he's gonna play 2 years and get a restructure, which means he's gonna get that $200 million and a little something else.
So if you're Green Bay, now you got him. You trade Jordan Love?
For what?
I don't know. But they took him in the first round, so they thought he was worth something.
It worked. It worked.
It worked to motivate Aaron.
That's not what the goal was, but it worked.
What worked? I mean, what about it was
better quarterback play? Set myself up for the future.
All right.
We thought it was going to be with Jordan Love, but apparently it's with Aaron Rodgers. It pissed him off to the point that he got 2 back-to-back MVPs. Literally, it was 2 years ago. This time, 2 years ago, they was getting ready to draft Jordan Love. Aaron Rodgers showed up, like, the hell, I didn't get a wide receiver. You didn't give me no help. You think I'm done? Let me show you, MVP. Come back again this year, MVP. That was not – I take the results.
But right? Jordan Love, do you trade him?
No.
Okay, I do.
There's just no reason to trade him.
Why not?
You got to have a backup. Some guys got to play backup.
Well, he's not going to resign with you. He's not going to resign.
If Aaron told me to trade him, then I'd trade him. But I just gave Aaron $50 million. He's cool. Jordan Love's cool. We're all kumbaya. We just franchised. You're not going to wide receiver. He cool. This ain't a Tom Brady situation. Aaron got his $50 million. He's straight.
Jordan Love. Okay, what's a rookie contract? What's the years on a rookie contract in the NFL?
If you're in the first round, you're looking at a 4-year deal with a 5th-year team option. So, he 2 years in. This will be his 3rd year.
All right.
3rd or 4th year. Doesn't matter. There's no point in trading him.
I trade him.
And do what with him? What are you going to get for him?
I don't know, but he was a first-round pick. They thought he was worth a first-round pick. You can get something for him.
Let me ask you then, GM Dave. Are you going to give me a first-round pick for Jordan Love?
No, but like I said, you can get something.
So you might as well keep him.
You could probably get a 2nd for him, maybe a 3rd, maybe a 3rd and a 5th. I don't know, or a player back.
We saw him play. It was very ugly. It was not good at all.
I trade him.
I heard Mitch was a
get some value for something you're never going to use, or he's not going to resign.
You're not going to use him. He might be something in 6 years from now. You do have to resign him in 3-4 years, but a backup is still a backup.
Yeah.
You're gonna get to sit here and learn under Aaron Rodgers for the next 3, maybe 4 years. Damn it, take advantage.
Well, he'll have already been there for 3. I think that's enough.
Take advantage.
No. Well, take advantage for 3 years. That's fine.
You got to go out and get me a rookie quarterback because you ain't gonna damn sure gonna bring me one from that. You can't bring somebody else that's gonna make more money than him. Backups cost money if they've already played in the league, Dave. You're going to end up playing them $8, $9, $10 million. Right now, the dude making $3 million at the most, maybe $5 if he lucky. And he's still a cheap labor. You ain't getting rid of him.
But yeah, I trade him. Okay. I see your point, but I trade him.
This is the
I get a receiver for him. I get a lineman for him.
Question for you. Do you want him to start for your Carolina Panthers?
I would take him over what we've got, yes.
I didn't ask you that. Do you want him to start for your Carolina Panthers?
I don't know enough about it.
Ah!
But some NFL scout will. I don't know enough. But do I think right now he's better than Sam Darnold? Yes.
His game tape in the NFL sucks.
But do I think right now he's better than P.J. Walker? Absolutely.
P.J. Walker ain't your starter. He is not better than Sam Darnold. He's not better than Sam Darnold. That's for sure. He is not. Watch what he did in the preseason. Dave, if you look horrible in the piece, listen, let's talk about, let me get this preseason thing out. If you look good in the preseason, it don't mean a damn thing. But if you look horrible in the preseason, it means everything. You can't even play when the stuff ain't real. That would be Jordan Love. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. He is not better than Sam Darnold.
Then if he's that bad, why not cut him? So why pay him? Cut him.
Still cheap labor. Somebody has to play backup, David. He's still cheap.
Well, if he sucks like you say he sucks, you can get somebody.
You just said 2 weeks ago you take Sam Darnold as your backup. Now he is worse than Sam Darnold, in my opinion, and he's like $12 million less.
If he sucks as much as you say, cut him. If he's as good as you think he is, trade him and get something for him you can use this year to win a championship.
There's no other options to play quarterback at his current price. You can't bring in. You can't.
P.J. Walker doesn't cost that much. So you can find a backup quarterback for less money. Yes, you can. I mean, I can't believe
P.J. Walker.
He's not good. I don't hate the guy. He's just not good. He's not an NFL quarterback. Okay. He's not.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, if I'm Green Bay, I trade him. All right. Next, true false. True or false? Deshaun Watson will be a starting quarterback on week 1 next year.
Yes.
Okay.
Seattle.
I say false.
He's going to be the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. They now have 2 first rounds and 2 second rounds. They have all the ammo they need. And he won't put, well, you say starter. Maybe he might not be starter, but that's where he's going. I got him in Seattle. They're going to give, Seattle's probably going, he's going to get 6 games whenever he come back. But they're going to probably play, not this year with Deshaun Watson, but he'll be on the roster. He's going to go through his court, whatever, and he's going to pay that money, even though he said he wasn't. And then somewhere, not this season, but the next season, he'll come back. If he's smart, he come back next season, somewhere around game 9 or 10, so they can get that 6-game suspension in, 6-7 game suspension in, and be ready to rock the next year. But
so you say false on starting week 1, though.
It's gonna be false only because his legal stuff is not done. But Deshaun Watson to be traded by the first game of this year.
Well, I say false also. I don't know if he'll start at all next year, but again, it all depends on the legal stuff. So they haven't decided whether or not to charge him yet. There's civil cases, and then they haven't decided whether or not to charge him criminally yet. So,
which tells you everything you need to know. Man, these United States of America, I don't care what state you love in, love to lock up black men, and they ain't want to file criminal charges against you. That just shows you how guilty you ain't. Again, he asked them women for a little BJ or a little hand job or whatever it was, and they said no, and he made them, push it. But that's why it's not rape. It's sexual misconduct. It's equivalent in some ways to just walking up and slapping a girl on the booty too many times. Like, you might get away with it once, you're not gonna get away with it twice. At some point, it's a no-no. You know what I mean? Like, he deserved, like, this is me guessing. I don't know what he did. This is just me guessing because they don't have a case for rape. They have a case for sexual misconduct, which, quite frankly, I'm sure at least one man, every man is maybe not physically, but some of the things we say to women, especially in our 20s, it's probably sexual misconduct. Hey, girl, why don't you come over here and do blah, blah, blah to me? You know what I mean? Like,
we'll see. We'll see how all that turns out. But yeah, I said false too. I don't think he's starting week 1 at least. So the next one, speaking of Seattle, we true or false, Russell Wilson, we start with Seattle next year. We covered this. I said I thought he was going to be there. And I can't remember what you said.
I thought he was going to be there because I didn't. I'm like, where's he going?
Yeah. I didn't, man.
Apparently Denver.
Seattle got a lot for him. Not that he's not a great quarterback, but man, they got a lot.
They didn't get a lot. They got a haul.
They got a dump truck full.
It's now the biggest trade in NFL history. They got more for him than the Herschel Walker deal.
Yeah. Was it more than that?
Yes.
I know it was like a whole bunch of stuff for Herschel Walker. I can't remember all what it was, but it was outlandish. Let's see. It was dead air. I can cut that out. Where does it rank them on? They got a picture of Herschel Walker up here. We're talking about it. Oh. So is it 3 players and picks? I forgot everything they got. Oh, Drew Lock. Ooh, big deal.
8 people.
Noah Fant is pretty good. Tight end.
8.
2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks and a 5th-round pick.
That's 8.
That's a lot. I did not see somebody giving up that much for Russell, which is why I thought he was going to stay in.
The reality is, if they don't, they're never going to look. Does this guarantee them a Super Bowl? No. It just guarantees them to be 10-6.
Well, I don't think they have the talent to get to the Super Bowl. Didn't they just trade? They traded Von Miller last year to the Rams.
Don't matter. They still had the other defensive end. He was already Pro Bowler. That's why they got rid of Von Miller.
So
Von Miller was slipping a little bit. He made more. I can't think of that yellow brother. I can't think of his name right now. Anyway, they had him to rush the passer. They still have Jerry Jeudy. Like you probably ain't getting the fat bag back, but that's Melvin Gordon for the people that don't know.
Javonte Williams.
You got Javonte. You got some offensive weapon. You have Sutton. Cortland Sutton is there. Jerry Jeudy is there. They had 2 tight ends. The other one wasn't nearly as good as Noah Fant, but we paying you, Russell, to make it happen.
Yeah,
6,
I don't think they're going to get there.
Matt, think about this, Dan. Derek Carr is the 4th best quarterback in the division. They had to. They got Herbert. Wow. You have Mahomes. If you don't have at least a Derek Carr on your team, you don't have a chance. Yeah. Like literally, they hoping to be 10-7, catch fire in the playoffs because it's not like you're if 500 is a good record in that division. If you just the division, now I ain't talking about the other games. Yeah. But if you could just go, that's a lot of quarterbacks. So,
John Elway finally got the quarter he's been looking for years.
Elway, I believe Brian Flores when he said John Elway showed up to the interview drunk. So John Elway ain't doing nothing.
That wouldn't surprise me.
John Elway,
but he's one of the quarterbacks.
He's a figurehead, bro.
That's fine, whatever.
Yeah, I mean let's call.
He's got some say in something there. What's his job title?
VP of looking cool.
But he's wanted a quarterback there for a long time that he can like really use. So he finally got one. Whether it was him or not, Denver got one. He's wanted it. So that may be why they gave up so much. But okay, next one. True or false? Jimmy Garoppolo will be starting with San Fran next year.
Commanders.
So you say false? I said true because I think trading is going to be tough.
Don't get it twisted. I said Commanders, and I already know that Carson Wentz was there, but I still feel like he might be on the Commanders if he was smart. Just go play for Pittsburgh.
I mean, that wouldn't be bad. It's not just up to him, though. I mean.
I don't know why I like him. We're a free agent, but I mean, I'm just like,
Garoppolo?
I just feel like at this point, you can't, even though they traded for Carson Wentz, you cannot be like, he's better than what you had, but are you really that confident? Like if I'm Washington, I'm trading for him just to create some competition, and I'm thinking Wentz going to lose the job. That's how I would feel. That's just me. I know it's overkill. We can't just, trade for a guy. We about to give him $20-something million and then go get another guy and probably have to give him 15. It's irresponsible. Salary cap hell irresponsible. But if you start that season with Carson Wentz as your quarterback, you're probably not. I'm confident. If Carson Wentz is the starting quarterback for the Commanders, they will not make the playoffs. It's guaranteed. They had to win one of two games, David. They had two games. They only had to win one at the end of the season. He choked like James Harden in the clutch.
I don't know. I don't think Wentz is as bad as you think he is. I mean, 27 touchdowns against 7 interceptions.
When it mattered most,
you know, I don't buy all that, man. There's always these people. Oh, he didn't do it in the clutch. Well, you got guys that do it in the clutch and then don't do it in the season.
Not one quarter, Dave. Not one quarter.
Don't buy that.
2 quarters, Dave. He had 8 quarters of football to get it done. He at any point in time, and then he threw 2 interceptions.
And nobody dropped a pass. Nobody else fumbled the ball. Nobody else missed a tackle.
They were egregious interceptions. These wasn't no NQIs. He threw the interceptions.
Okay.
Like
lots of guys threw the interceptions. I'm not saying it.
He is not the same guy that almost won it.
27 against 7.
No longer that guy. He's not.
He was that guy this year. 27-7.
Dave, Jonathan Taylor was that guy. And you could be a hell of a quarterback with somebody rushing the ball like that.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
27-7.
He ain't gonna have that in Washington. I know you think you do with Gibson, but he ain't gonna have Jonathan Taylor.
No, why would you think that? I don't compare John Gibson.
You like Gibson. You like Gibson.
He's on my team. Yeah, like he's a good guy. I'm not comparing him to Jonathan Taylor. Why would you even say that?
I'm saying Wentz need Jonathan Taylor to be whatever the hell he was last year. And then it ain't good. First of all, they ain't got that guy. That's just irrelevant. The guy chokes in the clutch.
Yeah. I think he's better than you think he is. Okay, so
it wasn't bad. I'm saying he chokes in the clutch. That is undisputable based on last year's evidence.
How many? So he's done it once, right? So how many times has he choked in the clutch? Two games.
Choked his way out of Philadelphia because you couldn't deal with somebody else having a statue outside because you were hurt. He let that all in his head. Dude, I don't want no mentally weak people on my squad. I don't even want you around me if we just hanging out at the bar. I don't need no. Ooh, Lord, no.
How did he choke in Philly? Didn't they just give that job to Jalen Hurts?
No, they put him back in the game before that's what I'm trying to get at you. Jalen Hurts was there. He had an issue with Jalen Hurts being there. He had an issue with Nick Foles still being there. They get rid of Nick Foles. They draft this dude in the 2nd round. And if you don't know by now, your team tells you how they feel about you based on where they draft a person in your position, how high they draft them. But that bugged you. Instead of just going out there and balling, it bugged you. He did not play well at all this last years in Philly. So they said, well, we got to put the other dude in.
I have to look that up. But again, I don't think he's as bad as you think he is. I would still take him over this next one. True or false? Sam Darnold will be starting with the Panthers next year.
Yes, $18 million.
Yeah, we can't do anything else. We got no options. What is that?
Your team gonna suck next year.
Yeah, they are.
And they're fielding offers for Christian McCaffery.
I think it'll be tough to get rid of him, because of the money. It's a $26 million cap.
But why are you fielding offers? They said we ain't trying to trade him, but we'll listen.
I mean, I'll listen to anybody. Whatever. I mean, when we start trading in the fantasy league and I got my number 1 player that I love, I'll listen to you.
Some people you shouldn't even entertain that with, man.
I'm
not sure if Christian is one of those guys or not, but
I don't know. I think you always got to listen. You may just I'm not listening to that crap, but you at least heard what they said. I think you always got to listen because
if you're gonna give me a Russell Wilson deal, then hell yeah, you can have Christian McCaffrey.
That's what I'm saying. You got to listen because somebody might do that. So, but I think it'd be hard to do anyway, just because a $26 million cap hit. That's a lot, especially for a running back.
Cap went up.
I was looking at franchise tag prices this week, and running backs get no respect, man. Tight ends
get franchise
twice what a running back gets. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
If I saw that and I'm a high school junior, I'm switching down positions.
like linemen get more money than running backs. Wide receivers, everybody did.
Everybody.
It's ridiculous.
They getting damn kicker money.
Yeah. It's freaking ridiculous. I can't believe I saw that this week and I was like, there's no way that's real, but it is. It is. So last one. True or false, Jameis Winston will be starting anywhere next year.
I put everybody in Pittsburgh, so yeah, Pittsburgh.
I got you down. I say he'll probably just go back to New Orleans. Yeah.
But it should. I mean, you hired the defense coordinator to be head coach. If I was Dennis Allen, I ain't changing nothing. Whoever the offense coordinator, you still the offense coordinator, give you a little bump in salary because you got to call plays and Sean ain't here no more. I wouldn't change nothing. All I would do was replace myself as defense coordinator. Let's move forward and let's try to do that damn thing. That would be me.
Well, yeah. I think your quarterback there is going to be Jameis Winston. So, all right, what you got for Ray's rumination?
Oh man, I just want to. I'm gonna use Ray's rumination to do a just shout out. I want to shout out to Lisa in Maine for sending me some lobster rolls. Albert in Chicago for being our #1 fan. A shout out to Angela in Las Vegas for being Angela, or for not killing me.
All right then.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Sometimes you get. I ain't gonna even go there. I want to shout out to you, Dave, for being the best uncle ever, man. You know what I mean? Like, people don't know. Uncle's Day is like July 26th. Uncle Dave gonna get a really good gift. That's all I got for Ray's reminiscence.
July 26th is not my birthday.
It's Uncle's Day.
Is there an Uncle's Day?
Yeah.
Did not know that. I always thought, hey man, why isn't there an Uncle's Day? But I guess there is. All right. For Dave's dialogue, we used to have a segment called You Suck, and I'm just kind of bringing that into my Dave's dialogue today. ESPN, you suck. So Saturday night, I'm wanting to watch Coach K's last game at Duke, Cameron Indoor Stadium. And man, they got all the games butted right up against each other. So if there's any long timeouts, if there's any video reviews, if there's somebody got a flagrant foul, we got to toss you, your game runs into the next game. Now, they should have probably cleared the first hour before that Duke game to talk about Coach K and his legacy and his 42 years and what he's meant to basketball and USA basketball and everything else that Coach K has done. They should have cleared that up, that runway for that game. They did not do that. I sat there for 15 minutes waiting to see the Duke game versus Carolina start. Missed some of the pregame stuff where he walked out and took a picture with 96 of the players that showed up, his former players. And man, you guys got to get that stuff corrected. It used to be that you would have like half hour between games. Hey, it's a 2-hour game. We're starting this one at 1. The next one starts at 3:30. So you got until 3. If there's any overlap or overtime or whatever it costs, whatever goes on, then post-game interviews, whatever, you have stuff to fill that time with. But you didn't run into the beginning of the next game. So these games are important to people. I was saying that day, who cares about Texas and Kansas, man? Nobody gives a crap. They do. I get it. They do. I was mad. But you guys got to get that stuff fixed. And you know what I noticed today? They got it fixed. They got like well, I think part of the reason they have it fixed today is because all the conference tournament games are in the same venues. So they have to have it fixed. So because they got no option, because there's 20 minutes between games. So the end of the first game, and then you got 20 minutes to shoot around or new teams coming on, whatever else, and then the other game starts. So you know what? I don't give you credit for that, ESPN. But you guys got to get that crap fixed. Quit running games into other games.
Your mind. They get credit or no good credit.
No, I take it back. I just, while I was sitting here, thought of that. That's why, because they're games following games, and they in the same venue. They can't butt up against each other. So Get that crap fixed. It's ridiculous. You used to do it where it was spread out. Quit running games over other games because people care about all these games. I wanted to watch the end of Texas and Kansas, but I didn't care at that time because I was mad because I couldn't see the beginning of Duke or Carolina. So ESPN, you suck. Get your crap fixed.
All right, and then I guess that's the show. I do have an outro for this show.
All right.
You're gonna love it. You ready?
All right. All right.
Here it goes. Plowing through these fields in a hot summer sun. Over the gate, Lordy, here she comes, with a basket full of chicken and a big old cold jug of sweet tea. I make a little room, and she climbs on up. I open up the throttle and stir a little dust. Just looking at her face, she ain't fooling me. She thinks my tractor's sexy.
Yep.
And we out.
Peace.